Bad Bunny. Everybody's talking about Bad Bunny. And boy, on Facebook today, oh man, were they whipping out that virtue, just whipping it out. Insufferable. Now, it's been a while since it's been over 32 degrees around here, so 36, 37, what it is right now, almost feels comfortable. Not quite comfortable enough to chillax out here, but maybe if I can get a fire going, I could actually make it work. So while I'm getting this started, leave a comment. What did you think of the show? Before we get into it, you let me know what you thought. Let's get some paper in here. This may be the worst fire effort I've ever had. Now we're getting somewhere. This might have to be a quick one here. So look, the performance was what it was. I got nothing against Bad Bunny. He was hired to do a job. My problem is with the people who hired him. It's not the appropriate venue for that show. The worst part about that show was not the actual show. It was the incredible virtue signaling bullshit, especially on social media. I think this one guy I'm friends with on Facebook said something like, it was second only to Prince. I mean, are you serious? He also called the alternate show, you know, the kind of the kid rock, country-based, family-oriented, pro-American show. He called that Clanchella. Okay, so now if you like your country, if you like the American flag, if you like English, you're now a racist. This is where we're heading. Another friend of mine, pretty good friend from back in the day, they wrote, I noticed the people who don't like Latin trap music are the same people who didn't like Kendrick Lamar last year. I mean, what are you trying to say? That I have to pretend to like diss rap and Latin trap music to prove I'm not racist? Is that what we're getting at here? I mean, these people are just insufferable and they're addicted to feeling superior to everyone. Clanchella, second only to Prince, come on now. I heard one of the songs is absolutely filthy, but it's in Spanish, so no one will ever know. Now, I saw a translation. I'm not going to share it because I don't know how accurate it is. Now, I had to watch it because, you know, I was at someone's house. I respect what they want to watch. It's their TV. You watch what they want to watch. But I had to say something. Why? Because the enthusiasm, that was really what irked me. And, you know, I apologize, but this is my country. The NFL has been pushing an anti-American agenda for years. It started with the kneeling, right? I'm not stupid. I've worked in corporate America. I worked in the healthcare industry. If I went into work with a pro-life t-shirt with an aborted baby saying abortion is murder, they'd have me out of there so fast my head would be spinning. And you're telling me you can't tell Colin Kaepernick that he's not allowed to kneel during the national anthem? Bullshit. They not only allowed him to do it, they allowed him to be exalted for doing it. Then they encouraged other players to do it. They pressured owners who didn't want to let their players do it. So now we got people kneeling. We got teams like the Eagles, my team, staying in the tunnel during the national anthem. A complete embarrassment. A few years later, now we add the black national anthem. I've never heard anyone from the black community express the desire to have their own national anthem. Now, I'm sure now that it's there, there's some people who are growing attached to it. But for the most part, I don't believe any Americans of any color want separate national anthems. I cannot get this thing lit. I should have taken more time to get this fire going before I started talking. The most frustrating thing about all of this is seeing people that you know, seeing people that you love, who don't understand what's really going on. They think all of the people protesting this are being racist. That's not what it's about at all. We're in a dangerous time in our country. We are under an ideological subversion effort, okay? Psychological warfare, whatever you want to call it.
What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country.
We have a communist mayor in New York City. Look at what he's saying right here.
We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism.
You got an extra room in your house? Good, we got a tenant for you. That's the warmth of collectivism. Your shit is our shit now. And I hope you like Bad Bunny as much as you acted like you do, because guess what? It's his favorite artist. The people I see supporting this shit are the haves. They have shit. When we go to collectivism, it's your shit that they're going to come and redistribute. Do you understand that? I tried to boycott the NFL a while back, and I know it's weak to say I tried to boycott it, but it actually was a lot harder than I thought. I could care less about the NFL, to be honest. I boycotted for a year when we let go of Nick Foles after winning the Super Bowl. It was partly because of letting go of Nick Foles, who I loved, and partly because we didn't go to the White House. It was just a disgrace what was going on. So I boycotted for about a year. I stayed in a fantasy league, but I never watched any games. I was living in San Diego, so my family wasn't around. A lot of my close friends who I grew up watching football with weren't around. It wasn't that hard. But you know, I had a hard time in subsequent years. For one thing, my mom, who's getting up there, she's in her 80s. We don't have that much in common anymore, but she is a passionate Eagles fan. So it's one of those things that we've always been able to connect on. So I started watching again gradually and then, completely, at least the Eagles games. I might not be able to post this simply because the fire is so bad. See, this is why it's worth watching my camping videos. I mean, I could die out there. I don't have that great of skills. Of course, I don't know how I get the video to you. Hopefully one of my buddies would release it posthumously. Latin trap music. Who the fuck knows what Latin trap music is? I mean, I'm sure people know, but come on, you pompous son of a... I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. But we've all been had. We've all been had. One side thinks the other side is racist. The other side thinks the other side are idiots. I just think they're victims of a very sophisticated mind fuck, which is the mainstream media. I'm going to blame it on the wood. This wood won't ignite. Probably needs to dry out a little more. I know you're probably thinking, why the hell would you store your wood under the snow? Could I have put it up against the house and sheltered it a little bit better? Yes, I could have. I got through half a cigar, so winning. And the beer's cold. That's not getting any warmer. And then you look up and there's a chemtrail up there, a motherfucking chemtrail. I know. Some people don't believe in chemtrails. They think it's contrails that never dissipate. And I'll show you guys. Let's call it. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go watch my solo kayak camping movie. I'll put the link in the description. I'll see you soon.